So you never had any problems like the Monkees did, where they wanted more control and they wanted more stuff, and they had fights with the producers and.
Oh yeah, of course we did.
Oh, you did.
Oh yeah, we fought all the time, trying to fight for what we believed was right. But you know, those were hard battles to win back then.
Well, you thought of it as your art, and they thought of you as a product.
Oh, we were bars of soap. You know, I mean, they straightened our hair and capped our teeth. I mean, they
Really.
It was like Wizard of Oz. You know, when Dorothy and the three characters are getting ready to meet Oz, and they're polishing their shoes and putting. That's what it was like. We went in there, and you know, we had been in a band. We had been playing and recording for 9 years prior to popping on television. So we were just like rock and roll kids, and jeans and T-shirts. But our curse, and it was a curse, but it's okay. Our problem is we were funny. We were serious musicians, wrote really good songs. I mean, there's a review, you can find it online, that a gentleman for Rolling Stone did. And he gave this album called Hollywood Situation a fantastic review. He said, but if you skip Chucky Margolis and don't look at the cover, because the cover, we were in white suits with bow ties off of the television show. He goes, this is a really good album. And that hurts, because it was a really good album, and there are some good songs on there, but we had conflicting, conflicting sort of persona.
Well, you were thought of as just bubblegum fluff by
fluff.
A lot of.
That's right. That's what we were thought of as fluff. Which, some of the stuff we did was fluff, but that was the nature of being on television. That's, you're talking about the early 70s, you're talking about no cable, you're talking about having to perform, having to work clean. You couldn't.
This wasn't Saturday Night Live in the 70s.
No, not this part of the 70s. It was very, very, very controlled. Censors on the floor. So you had to be funny without being dirty. And I think my brothers and I were funny because we tried real hard. I think that was part of our act. Like when we played Vegas, we had two audiences. We had young teen fan girls.
Who are probably the ones watching this now.
Probably. I hope they are, because if the other people are watching it, they're really old. Because we had the young, 12 to 16-year-old, and we also had an adult audience because we were on primetime television. So in the wintertime, when all of our teenage fans were in school, we played Vegas to adult audiences. And part of our show in Vegas was that we were trying to put on a Vegas show and couldn't. That was part of what made it successful. You know how Vegas shows back then were real slick, and like Wayne Newton, and everybody wore tuxedos and stuff like that. We came out and tried to do a Vegas show and ended up not doing one, but getting huge laughs because it was a very funny show. And then we would go out in the summer and play teen fairs and stuff like that, and we would just play music. So we had two kind of careers, which was interesting, and it made it easier to earn money because we could earn Vegas, Reno, Tahoe money in the winter months, and then teen fair and concert monies in the summer.